It is an honor for me to address this important event, and I apologize for not being available to join you all live here, because we are currently running the annual meeting of the steering group of the Ocean Biodiversity Information System, or OBIS. I'm working for the Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission, where I coordinate OBIS. By providing access to over 60 million distribution records of more than 135,000 marine species, OBIS is a global open access data information clearinghouse on ocean biodiversity. This year alone, we added 6 million new records from 574 new datasets, and over 10,000 previously unreported marine species were added to OBIS. For the deep sea, below 500 meters, we now have 2 million records of 26,000 species. Below 4,000 meters, we only have 61,000 records of 3,600 species. If you look at those records through time, you can see a huge spike in 2016. This spike is caused by this one big dataset on marine microbes from the Australian investigator that did a voyage from the Antarctic ice edge to the equator in the South Pacific. They took Niskin bottles up to 6,000 meters depth. This dataset was published in OBIS in June 2020, this year. So after 5 months, it is already downloaded 641 times. This is certainly not the only big deep sea research cruise in the past 10 years, but it is thanks to the efforts of the Australian OBIS team in Hobart that these data are now publicly accessible. There are a few more of those examples in OBIS. This data sharing should become common practice for all sampling campaigns. We are facing many challenges in the data management domain. And one of those are that the many innovative observing technologies based on imaging, DNA sequencing, and remote tracking produce large amounts of data that need to be processed, standardized, and quality controlled. Developing these standards and best practices with the research communities is a huge undertaking. It is like language. We need correct spelling and grammar so we can effectively communicate. So once the data are interoperable, we can then develop tools and products that can serve the science and management communities. Over 100 scientific papers are published each year using data from OBIS. Also, for the ISA and the contractors, we need these data for baseline studies and impact assessment reports. The ISA and IOC with OBIS can play a key role in providing reliable data for science and evidence-based management. As a first step in our collaboration, our teams are currently working on developing a data exchange pipeline. We are looking forward to a fruitful collaboration and jointly develop Ocean Decade actions that will have a lasting impact for decades to come. Thank you.